between teeth. Now bring my boys in.
Don't nobody speak to me no more. I wanna hear, but can't hear when you go. Do you really mean it, or have I just seen a miss a point? Whatever it is, it's bringing me to boiling point. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. Now I hear you talking some nonsense, and I know it's peripheral and completely missable, but nice thin silence on the outside that would otherwise be all I hear. Hot and cold, wet and warm.
We are in Toronto, Ontario, where the Raptors look to take one from a Western Conference team here at the Air Canada Centre. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at the Clippers. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
Checking out Los Angeles, they've struggled to get back to the form they had last year, and I think it's beginning to take a toll on them.
I agree, Clark. And sometimes, you know, when you're a top team one year, the next year you come back, everybody's got...
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Clippers trailed by 9.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the second season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in L.A.
A nice shot by Rivers. And Big Daddy subbed in for the Raptors. Oh, it's nice to see him get another go at this. Impressed so much in his first go-around with the team, they offered him another 10-day contract.
Well, I thought he definitely showed he wasn't overwhelmed, but with his second one, he'll need to show them something more in hopes that he'll be able to be signed for the rest of the season.
Shot clock at 5. There's Williams. Drains the 19-footer. Williams has got his first points of the night. Clippers trail by 9. Paul outside. He feeds it to Griffin. Offensive rebound. Excellent D there from Big Daddy.
Take a look at the rebound totals, guys. That's +5 now on the glass.
And, Steve, I don't think there's any question which team came out with more energy and enthusiasm. Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another 2.
Toronto shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Well, you look at the numbers, 79% as a team on the season. That's very impressive.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Hamilton's checked in. Here's Rivers, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rivers has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Looks like he's trying to find a groove in this game. Just hasn't had it dialed in yet.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Job one for them tonight, Kevin, getting back quickly on the defensive end of the floor. The real challenge when facing this team is limiting their transition points. And that, in no uncertain terms, is what he told his players going into this one. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Lowry drives in, loses his man off the screen, and lays it up and in. Lowry's got 7 points.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Feeds it to Rivers. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Paul kicks to Rivers. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 6 points for him.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Outside Lowry. They set the pick. Williams with a clean look. Goes back up, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Some changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for Johnson. Ross comes in for Williams. And it's Vasquez is in for Kyle Lowry. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Udo's checked in for Blake Griffin.
Valanciunas, a young big man with some offensive promise. He can score on the left block. He's developing a nice touch from mid-range. Very intriguing player with that size and skill set.
Raptors leading by 6. Now Vasquez. Pass to Ross. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Picked him clean. Hamilton left side. And again, the Clippers good for 2. And Valanciunas, a mobile 7-footer with good hands. It's a nice start.
It's always a great place to start when you're a big guy. Can you catch it? And not only good passes, but can you catch bad ones and finish around the rim? He can do all of that.
The players you see here contribute as much on D as they do at the other end of the court. A list of the steal leaders among point guards. 3rd is Chris Paul.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking ball handlers' pockets, but as terrific point guards, they know how to clog passing lanes and come up with a lot of steals that way as well.
Absolutely. Their steals come from all over the court and in all sorts of situations. Transition, half-court sets, out-of-bounds plays, in the lane. They are the NBA's most complete defenders at the one-guard spot.
And Toronto making a change here. Hansbrough's checked in. A nice shot by Rivers.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Johnson with a screen on Paul. Clock at 6. The high post shot. No good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line part.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark. You know, they've been beating this club to a lot of loose balls and rebounds here early on.
Love the work ethic they've come out of the locker room with.
Rivers kicks to Paul. No good with the triple. Raptors leading by 4. And here's Vasquez. They set the pick. Passes it to Ross. Beyond the arc. Paul grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Hamilton. Here's Udo. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Vasquez with it. The pass to Big Daddy. Unloads from 13. Good. Big Daddy's got his first basket of the night. Here comes Paul. Dishes it to Rivers. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Clippers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The free throw drops for Rivers. And the Clippers making a change here. Rivers hits both of them. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that's...
Here's Crawford. It's good. This game is all even. Crawford's got his first bucket in this one.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
It's all tied in Toronto. After this break.
Coming up next Sunday night, February 8th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto.
Starting the second quarter. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here. Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing in your opinion?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done 2 things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Hedo Turkoglu out there with Udo. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Crawford and it's Rivers in at the 1 spot. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. In the corner, it's Turkoglu. 6 on the shot clock. Misses from the corner. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against Brooklyn.
Well, they own the boards at both ends of the floor in that game. I thought that was what won it for them more than anything else.
Well, that was the one area they knew they could exploit in the matchup, and boy, did they ever exploit it.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Hansbrough. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in. Outside Lowry. Pass to Ross. 4 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Terrence Ross, I think, has a chance to be an elite 3-and-D player at the NBA level. Has 3-point shooting and defense for the uninitiated. Tremendous athleticism and a beautiful stroke make him an entertaining player to watch.
James Johnson's checked in for Toronto. And Terrence Ross can make some highlights, Steve, around the rim.
Yeah, so athletic. You'd like to see him get to the line a bit more. I think he has a tendency to settle, but, you know, as he is, a pretty efficient scorer.
Raptors leading by 3. Passes it to Big Daddy. And the powerful one-handed slam. And his old high school coach is an attendee at today's game, Clark. I believe they still stay in close contact, even though he's now in the NBA.
And, you know, you always have to keep perspective by remembering where you came from, no matter what you're doing, but certainly in the NBA. And it's nice to see that he does that by still staying in touch with his old coach. Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him Bucket. He can flat out put the ball in the back.
I like the effort, son. I'm feeling it, coach.
Bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
Catching up on it. Out now with a whole new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Udoh comes in for Blake Griffin. Jordan Hamilton's checked in for Turkoglu. And it's Paul in for Jamal Crawford.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Vasquez passes to Big Daddy. Fires from the line. Again, Toronto.
And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of utility to this team.
Paul dishes to Rivers. He kicks to Hawes. Good on the baseline, Jay. Hawes got his second bucket of the night. Raptors leading by 7. Well, Crawford described it perfectly, Clark, when he said as a six-man you have to come in and force yourself into the game. As a starter, the pressure isn't there as much as you can go with the flow.
Yeah, players like him can often do one or the other. Come in firing off the bench or let the game come to you. But rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does and adjust on the fly so smoothly.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Take a look at what Big Daddy's been doing. He has 9 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
Yeah, you're right, Clark. He's done some really nice work inside.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, the Clippers' backcourt of Chris Paul and J.J. Redick, a great combo. But the two were bitter rivals playing in the ACC, even exchanging blows back in 2004. Redick said, "I knew he didn't like me, and I didn't like him either." Paul said it was their competitive natures that led them to clash. But guys, as teammates, they've become good friends.
Yeah, sometimes the players you hate to face make the best teammates. Thanks, Doris. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Udoh. It's stolen by Vasquez. And now here comes Vasquez leading the break. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Chris Paul picks up that one.
A moment here now to see how the numbers stack up for Paul. He's averaging 19 points per game, 10 assists, and better than 2.5 steals. And when you think about the sorts of plays he makes on the ball, defending, using those quick hands to take the ball away, generating offense in transition, I think it's one of the key ways he injects his presence on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the game summary, and he's right there with 2, 3, maybe 4 steals, usually that counts for several buckets on the other end with free possessions leading to hoops.
Well, the Toronto Raptors, guys, looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors. But a chance perhaps to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
The pass to Big Daddy. And it's good. Big Daddy's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
Well, since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off that long-distance game here a little bit. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, Steve, some teams would prefer to just shoot their way out of a slump, but getting a few to drop from inside the arc is really a good way to get your offense back on track. Now, that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, these are players that have a job to do, and they've been doing it very well. Here's a look at the top passing point guards in the NBA over the course of the past 10 games. Second, Chris Paul.
These are the best passers in the NBA, guys, no question about it. Every one of them is willing and able to be the floor general out there and make sure the offense is clicking.
And, Steve, you touched on it there. I mean, they're fantastic distributors. But it's not just their passing that makes them great. I mean, it's their leadership on the court. Even when the ball's not in their hands, their leadership is fantastic.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Big Daddy. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 30 seconds left now here in the second. Hamilton kicks to Rivers. There's the feed to Paul. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. No good from Jordan.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Ross against Paul. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Penalty situation.
First free throw is good.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Both free throws good from Big Daddy.